So one thing I always used to struggle with was actually getting my models' pictures and actually like videos out there, right? So whether that was on Instagram Reels, I wasn't posting them, like it wasn't consistent. Twitter wasn't, and even fan views or OnlyFans, that was also inconsistent, right? And it's pretty shitty, and I know a lot of views out there are struggling with consistency, no matter what aspect that's in. But there's been a few ways what I've actually used to conquer how to stop being inconsistent and not having enough time to get your photos out there. Because for me, one of the main things I was actually really inconsistent is because I didn't have enough pictures out there of my model to actually post. So I came up with a strategy, I came up with a system what actually helped me make sure I have enough photos of my model to post no matter how. So say I get sick and I'm off for 3 days, I've still got pictures out there what I can use so my model isn't just drowning and the pictures are actually still going out there. And I know a lot of yous out there are also struggling with that, no matter if it's you don't have enough pictures for Instagram, fan view, Twitter, whatever it is, right? I know a lot of yous out there will be struggling with that exact same situation. So I thought I'd make a video on it, on how I actually run my system to produce enough photos to last me, even if I'm sick for like 2 weeks, how I create enough pictures to last me that long. The main cause for my issue actually was pretty stupid and an easy fix, and I know a lot of yous out there will also have that exact same issue, which can be fixed just like that, right? Literally the snap of your fingers, and that is literally leaving pictures to the last minute, right? So see AI generators, right? You might generate a picture on the exact same day, edit it, do all this stuff, then post it, right? Which it leaves you no time and it's really stressful. I always used to stress about if I could get a picture out in time. So say I have a deadline for 2 PM is when I want to post an Instagram reel, right? And the generator isn't giving me good pictures whatsoever, right? So that means I'm over the deadline, so I'm stressing more. I've got to edit the picture, so I'm stressing. Like, it's just a repeated cycle. So say your AI generator isn't producing you the images you want. There's mistake number one, right, is you haven't left yourself enough time to actually generate a picture what's worth putting out there. Then you've got to edit that picture. Then you've got to maybe see you want to turn it into a video. You've got to turn it into a video, and then you've got to actually like find the correct video where it looks like your model looks like a real person. So it's just all one big scandal if you leave at last second, which was a huge mistake what I made, and I know for a fine fact a lot of yous out there will make that exact same mistake of leaving it to the last second. So to avoid all of that scandal, it's pretty straightforward what you've got to do, believe it or not. You have to, so what I do personally is I'll sit on my laptop for a good few hours and just brainstorm ideas of what I want for my AI model to do, what I want her to wear, whatever. So a good way to do so is literally just scrolling on Instagram, looking at the competition, looking at what other models are wearing. So maybe you'll see, I don't know, a famous OnlyFans model, Sophie Reen, for instance. You might see her wearing a black and white striped bikini. So I'm like, oh, brilliant idea, I'll copy off that. So that means I'll prompt in my model wearing a bikini, whatever, like that. Then I've got an idea. Then I'll do that and I'll generate maybe 30 usable pictures, right? So what I like to do is I like to batch in 4. So see the black and white bikini, for instance, I will generate 4 images at a time, and I'll generate maybe 4 to 5 times, so 16 to 20 usable pictures of the black and white model. So that means I've got 16 to 20 opportunities to find the correct one, what I like the most. It's the highest quality, she looks the most real. What I do is I'll pick out of them 16 to 20, so maybe out of them 16 to 20, only 8, so a 50% success rate, we're going to say. Maybe 8 of them are actually usable on, like, to actually edit. Then the other 8 is just complete shit. There's 25 fingers, 10 legs, whatever, you get the point, right? So I've got 8 usable pictures now, and out of them usable pictures, I'll edit them and figure out, which one looks the best, which one looks the most real. And you got to think, you can use more than one of these pictures, you can use 2. Obviously, I don't like to post like 2 of the same pictures at the same time, if that makes sense. So see a black and white bikini one day, I'll not post it the day after, because then it just looks like I've batch generated, basically. It looks on my Instagram as if I've just batch generated lots of black bikini. And if I do use the same one, I like to use the exact same photo, so I'll make 2 separate videos out of it for 2 separate days. I wouldn't have the same concept but using it on 2 different days with 2 different pictures. So back on point, I generate all my images and stuff, I pick the best ones, then I'll get multiple concepts. So see, I've got the black and white bikini one, I might have 8 pictures of that. Then I might do a red and white bikini where I'll have another 8 pictures. And I'll just generate all of them until I've got like a week at least in advance worth of pictures. So instead of leaving it last second, so see I've got to post a picture today but I don't even have a picture generated, I've got to edit it and all that stuff. Instead you've got 7 days in advance or more, so I just randomly do it. I might do it every Monday, which is usually what I do. I usually dedicate 1 day out of a week to actually do all this generation, so I'm actually nice and prepared, and it's all set up. It's a good system. So I'll just get a bunch of concepts for the week, for the month, whatever it is, right? Then once I've got them concepts, I will edit them. So what I do to edit them is I use Photoshop, which is the best editing software out there. And on Photoshop, I'll fix up the face, so maybe there's like awful marks and stuff. Maybe there's like white patches, blind spots, stuff along the lines of that, watermarks. There might be stuff like that, what you need to edit out of these pictures. Then see, I've done that. I've got my week's worth of pictures, all edited, all done, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And you've got you've got 2 routes on Instagram. You can either use pictures or you can use videos. I like the video route because it works better for me. So I'll get them 7 pictures or so, whatever, and I will go into a website called Kling and make them into a video, so image to video generator. Then see, I don't know, you might not get a good video on first generation, so you might want to generate 2 to 3 videos out of that picture, which works well for me usually. I usually get at least 1 video out of 2 generations, 3 generations. So I'll just mass generate me model doing different things. Maybe she's smiling, maybe she's giggling, maybe she's dancing, stuff along the lines of that. And obviously out of the videos is where my reels come from. And like I say, 2 videos usually get you one reel at least. What I've been doing recently is literally just a 5-second video is getting me 1 reel. So if I generate 2, I've got 2 reels for 1 day. So that means I'm putting my images to good use, and you can always repurpose, you can always do a bunch of bollocks, what actually helps you just get as many reels out there from 1 picture, so you're being efficient and you're saving time. And of course, about Twitter, I do use pictures over videos, so instead of posting the video on Twitter, I'll just post the base picture. So for the image to video generator, you've got your base image, I'll use that for Twitter, then the videos are for Instagram, Reels, I don't know, whatever else, right? Stuff along the lines of that. Then once all that's sorted, right, that's the SFW content out the way, we're all sorted with that. Then I'll move on to fan view, which is a bit more spicy. It's not naked, it's not anything what you'd expect. It's literally just lingerie pictures, stuff along the lines of that, and I will generate in advance. Once again, I'll just go through the exact same process, but the difference is I don't turn them into videos. I just stick with pictures on FanView because it's easier, and you can't really get NSFW videos at the minute, which is hard. So safe for work pictures on FanView and videos, so safe for work pictures on FanView as well as NSFW pictures, no videos whatsoever. And that's literally the system I use. So I will sit here for a good few hours, go on Comfy UI, my image generator, which is what I use personally. I'll sit on there, generate a bunch of ideas, brainstorm, get ideas from other models, ask ChatGPT, stuff along the lines of that. There's loads of ways to brainstorm ideas. Like loads of people ask me, well not loads, but a few people ask me, oh, how do you constantly find ideas for what to prompt in your model and stuff? Just go online and see what other people are doing. Maybe you'll see a model wearing a jumper with fucking nothing underneath, or you might wear one wearing a black and white bikini. There's literally millions of ideas out there right in front of your eyes. Go on Sophie Reen's Instagram page, go on fucking, I don't know, all the other models, right? Go on their pages and figure out what they're wearing, what they're doing, what environment are they in. Gather all this information, and you will literally have prompts for days or months, even years if you spend enough time, right? So that's what I'll do. I'll go on the Comfy UI, prompt. Once I've got my images, I'll select the best ones, Photoshop, edit them to perfection, whatever, edit them to the best of my ability, then straight to Kling. Then that's my reels done. Then no Kling for FanView, because fuck video for FanView, I don't want that. Well, I do want it, but it's difficult to do. That's basically the whole entire process. That will stop you from struggling and leaving it last minute for your videos and all that stuff, right? Like, I can't remember the last time I waited very last second for a reel to be done. All my reels are done in advance because it's just so much easier and you don't have to stress. Like, I stress a whole lot less now that all of this is already out the way and done for, which it's great because that means I can dedicate my time to other things. I've literally just fucking streamlined one activity, then I can move on to the next one, so that's all out the way and sorted. Takes stress off you, saves you time. I've completely forgot to do NSFW of what I do, so literally it's more or less the exact same, just without the video part, as I have just explained earlier. So I'll just mass generate a bunch of ideas, right? So I don't know, I'm not going to give examples because we're on YouTube, right? But you get the point. I'll get a bunch of examples, me model wearing different things, naked, different positions, stuff along the lines of that, right? And I'll pick the best and I'll generate multiple, because you got to think, NSFW is where your money is created. People can buy unlimited NSFW content, so you must be prepared for when that circumstance happens. Like, say you've got one fan, he's just buying fucking everything, right? Everything you send at him, he is buying. Then eventually you're going to run out of NSFW content. That's the one thing you can never ever get enough of. So see, you've got some free spare time, just spend it generating fucking all sorts of stuff, different positions, wearing different stuff. You get the point. There is a free EIOFM Telegram in the description, completely free. I don't want your money. Come connect with me, other people. You can learn something, learn more in depth, stuff along the lines of that. And please, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. But that's all. See ya.